The contest has altered. We made a change, and we're here to perform the new arrangement in unison. Charles Hoskinson, one of the creators of Danos, aspires to live somewhere where he thinks that today will be better than tomorrow. Although the founder's ambitious goals for the Cardano ecosystem are pretty spectacular, they won't be realized without overcoming several obstacles. The absurdly high quantity of unfavorable perceptions that are seeping into the ecosystem is one of these obstructions. Charles Hoskinson's discussion with Ryan Sulkus, the founder of Masari, spoke to the fact that Cardano has created a community and ecosystem that are ready for widespread adoption. He also emphasized the importance of developing the Cardano blockchain using an intellectual and scientific method. The founder of Cardano claims that the network's calm and steady approach is something that the market cries out for, particularly during seasons like crypto winters. In essence, we indicated that we would start from a logical place. We will publish articles, and the academic community will accept those studies as legitimate. Over 150 of these have now been written as an ecosystem by eminent professors, according to me. Hoskinson enjoyed the lab, he claimed. Cardano is planning to roll them out in an evidence-based manner and has advocates from Stanford, CMU, Eisenberg, and Japan at the Tokyo Institute. Therefore, it has created this wonderful community that essentially says, look, these guys will get there eventually. They will understand it eventually. He continued, as Charles Hoskinson noted, and whenever they get to, it's probably going to be something that works and is at world size. Particularly during the bear market, there appears to be a tremendous interest in the sector. You insist that one doesn't profit from the bull markets. But everyone collapses during a bear market. Hoskinson and his group's DeFi Ponzi schemes fail after all the bridges are breached. They are now reaping the benefits of the community and ecosystem he created by using that strategy. The CEO of IOG also made note of how the blockchain's method of growth might set the stage for the influx of billions of users into the cryptocurrency sector. He claimed that Fortune 500 corporations, governments, and actual decision-makers who control millions of billions of dollars and people worry about standards, safety, dependability, uniformity, and interoperability. When one of these customers joins, you'll have 3 billion users, and they care about strong governance. According to Hoskinson's edit, 98% of the world's population only uses cryptocurrencies for speculative purposes. This interview received a ton of supportive feedback from the neighborhood. Given that Charles Hoskinson consistently uses facts in his interviews, this is to be expected, and the credit that Charles Hoskinson receives helps Cardano. A tweet from a person going by the handle Pilkey praised Charles Hoskinson for the interview. You performed a fantastic job throughout the interview. Nevertheless, I believe the interviewer came off negatively at first. Your positive outlook and attention to the details were the ideal strategies. Instead of taking the offensive, you managed to remain composed, speak clearly, and inform the audience. This demonstrates how well-rounded Donald Hoskinson performed in the interview. But isn't that the way it always goes? You do something amazing, and then everyone applauds you? However, if the situation is reversed, they won't think twice before hurling insulting remarks your way. Cardano ADA has been the object of a number of unfavorable opinions over time, which invariably have the effect of highlighting its flaws. Hoskinson has always maintained his composure, albeit it can be challenging at times. Nevertheless, in order to make any significant development, it is necessary to fight this bad energy. Anti-fans are common, but their fervor could seriously impede development. Most people want to defend their incorrect opinions on Cardano, and doing so will not help the coin succeed in the market. In a YouTube video posted 9 months ago, Charles Hoskinson addressed the Cardano ecosystem's explosive expansion, addressed some of the worries voiced by the crypto community, and discussed how the government views cryptocurrencies. He emphasized that the US dollar and other fiat currencies were used in the vast majority of financial crimes. He also stressed the need to reform Silicon Valley's peculiar maxim, which says that you should move quickly and damage things in crypto, as this will cost the DeFi industry $10.5 billion in 2021. He claimed that because of his sluggish and deliberate approach when promoting Cardano, VCs don't even realize that the cryptocurrency has a community. Instead, they assume it is simply him speaking into a microphone. The founder of Cardano hopes that the Cardano roadmap will be completed more quickly in the long run. He pointed out YouTubers, podcasters, and VCs who had expressed concern about the rise of Cardano by attesting that we lead the pack in GitHub comments. Tell us which of our remarks are inaccurate or meaningless if you're going to judge their quality as being of such a high caliber, and which areas of the roadmap we are dramatically completing. He claimed that since engagement is so tough, a long-term goal is all that matters. The unavoidable fact is that many initiatives in the crypto sector will not endure the test of time since they were engineered without consideration for the future, and there will probably be a significant extinction in the next 5 to 10 years as a result. Many users and investors, however, are not persuaded by this. The prevailing consensus is that Cardano is compensating for its sluggish success with his consistent focus on the long term. Additionally, Cardano was the target of absurd exaggerations about small defects and errors, as though everyone were looking for a good excuse to brush Cardano ADA under the rug. When the Cardinal ship's hard fork had a failed test in August, it was amazing how the neighborhood handled Hoskinson's news inadvertently. It was extremely destructive and corrosive. According to Hoskinson, a prominent Cardano community member raised the alarm about a testnet catastrophe, and this news made huge headlines. This was going to stick in consumers' minds, and it takes a lot of marketing and discussions to get it to unstick. At the time, choosing internal community channels for debate and deliberation over attracting a lot of awareness to Vessel's conditions endangered the efforts of everyone with a stake in Cardano's success. As a result, nothing significant will have been achieved. Road technology won't be created. No actual conclusions will be reached. Instead, you'll merely find yourself in a flash mob of irrational speculation, strong opinions, and ultimately sensational remarks that will be utilized to undermine the project's integrity, according to Hoskinson. Headlines bombarded with images the majority of stories, which nearly jeopardized Cardano's future in one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market value. Less people will join the project, there will be less business interest, and ultimately Cardano adoption will be lower. These are the practical repercussions of using Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube shows, and other platforms to debate topics that, to be honest, ought to be handled in person," added he. The creator of Cardano disagrees with a Twitter user who argued that the cryptocurrency will never deliver on its promises. Charles Hoskinson found it really fascinating that those who expressed such views had no knowledge of what Cardano was creating. Yes, some Cardano-related projects did turn out to be different